important part of my life and has very much helped me over the last 3 years get to the place I'm in. My lovely brother, Salman. So Salman Mirza is a legal rep and activist for Migrant Voice and Unison, who has led various successful anti-deportation campaigns. Again, that doesn't do Salman justice. He's one of Birmingham's hidden heroes, he's very selfless and is always helping the community. So we'll welcome Salman onto the stage.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Funny enough, this is one of the places where we started one of our campaigns several years ago. It was Naz Poppleseye. He's now got refugee status, and his first speech was actually here about 3 or 4 years ago. And out of the jaws of defeat, out of being here for 10 years, he got refugee status. So that was like, all kudos to the Ikon gallery. But I mean, today is another day. And we've got another battle. I mean, I'm wearing my T-shirt because I can't afford to make one, so I just made one about this guy, Lewin must stay. So we've been at the Simmer Down Festival, which is like a big musical festival in Handsworth, and we were going around leafleting for Lewin. Lewin is an old Jamaican guy who's got cancer. The doctors are saying, look, if he goes back to Jamaica, he won't last a year. So basically it's a death warrant for him, but the Home Office has said, look, he's got to go back. And when I was giving those leaflets out, what was interesting is like some of the responses I got off of people. I knew it was going to be a sympathetic crowd because like a lot of African Caribbeans were there. But one kid looked at it and read the leaflet and said, man, that's really fucking awful, yeah? And we really need to fuck shit up, yeah? And when he said that, it felt good hearing it. And to be honest with you, it felt good saying it, yeah? And I really do think we need to fuck shit up, because a lot of the times we are in an echo chamber, fellow lefties, comrades, brothers and sisters. But for people like Chantel, they're not in an echo chamber, they're in a torture chamber, and life for them is really, really difficult, beyond the pale. And, I've been sitting in meetings where you said I'm a hero. I'm not the hero. Chantel's the hero. People clap for Chantel, they didn't clap for me, and they shouldn't have clapped for me, but I clap for people like Chantel because she was sitting on the bus looking, she was an essential worker, and I wasn't an essential worker in that sense, yet, I'm the good guy and she's like the victim, or she's the bad person in the narrative around migration. So, I mean, if you look, there is it's a two-world situation at the moment, isn't it really? There's scumbags and there's us, right? And we can see the scumbags on social media all of a sudden really caring about the homeless, who they didn't really give a shit about yesterday as soon as you mention a refugee, right? And we really need to, them up. We really need to get on social media and really have a go. Don't let them have it their way. We really need to have a go at them, not just on social media, but on the street, at work. I mean, I was chatting to someone the other day and they said, yeah, at work they think, refugees are, X, Y and Z, or they're terrorists, and that's the things people are saying, and all the rest of it. And I think really, I don't know what she said in response, but if somebody said that to me at work, there's going to be some there's going to be tears and sadness, and not from me. And what I want to do now is I want to finish on a story. It's a true story, and actually I like to give people tools, to use. Please use this story because it's a good illustration of solidarity and a little bit what Chantel's. And if you've heard this story before, I'm not going to apologise because it's such a brilliant story, and it's a true story, and it's a story about migration. There was a bus going from Southern Ireland to Northern Ireland, and on that bus there was a black guy sitting at the back of the bus. And the Home Office guy got on the bus, went straight up to the black guy and said, I want to see your passport. And the black guy looked at him and said, no, I'm not showing it to you. And then the Home Office guy said, no, just show us your passport. Why aren't you showing us your passport? I'm not showing it to you because I'm the only person you asked on this bus. You ain't asked nobody else. No, I'm not showing it to you. And the Home Office guy looked a bit puzzled. And then the senior immigration officer came onto the bus and said, well, what's the hold up? What's going on? And his colleague said, this guy, he won't show us his passport. So the guy looked at him and said, why are you holding everyone up? Just show me your passport and on we go. Just as he said that, this German person got up and said, I'm from Germany. Do you want to see my passport? And they looked at him and said, no. This other person from Greece got up and said, I'm from Greece. Do you want to see my passport? They looked at her and said, no. And then this guy from Ireland got up, I'm not going to do an Irish accent, and he said, I'm from Ireland, I was born in Ireland. If you touch that black guy, you're going to have to go through all of us. And everyone on the bus stood up. Needless to say, they didn't check his passport. And I think that story says a couple of things. One, I really want to live on that bus. And two, we all really need to stand up when we have to stand up. Thank you.